who's taking over is Wes Cisco with Uponor. Wes, you're well underway with our radiant floor system. How did you get so much done so fast working by yourself?
Well, it's a system called Quick Track, and what we have here is a 1/2-inch plywood. On the back you have a heat emission plate and a dovetail groove. This right here allows for our tubing, which is 5/16 PEX tubing, to go in, okay, and conduct to the heat emission plate, allowing even distribution of heat across the floor.
And it's pretty cool the way you have all of these pieces that you're showing us there. Then I see you have little circle tracks in here. So it just basically is a loop that continues, and then how does it get all of the heat in there?
Right, well, what we start off with is that we do a heat loss, and that's going to tell us how many loops it requires, in other words, how many circuits. In this case, we have 4, okay? And they run back to a manifold, which is our distribution center, going to our heat source.
Oh.
So at that point, we have a circulator, and it circulates the warm water through the floor, and at that point,
Sounds pretty simple. Now, we're planning on putting a 3/8-inch pre-finished hardwood on there. How do you keep it from expanding and contracting and kind of separating the wood?
that's perfect. The application that you're going to have there, you won't have any problems with expansion or contraction because that's going to be more of a moisture issue. What we're doing is just warming the wood, okay? And there's many other applications that you can do.
Now, do I understand you can also put it on a wall?
Oh, of course. You're going to do a quick truck about 4 feet up, a little wainscoting. Now you have a nice, warm, cozy cocoon that you're in.
Well, now, pretty good sized room here for a bedroom. It's over 500 square feet. Any limitations on when you can use this as far as the size of a room?
No, not at all. Basically, what you're going to have to do is a heat loss. If the numbers work, the possibilities are endless.
Man, I can't wait to see this thing in place.
With a few more screws, Wes finishes attaching the Quick Track to the plywood base before he adds some silicone adhesive to each of the grooves and snaps in the tubing. All of these tubes come together in a manifold, which is then connected to an ordinary water heater. The system is a closed loop, so you don't end up with any stale drinking water, but otherwise you can use whatever hot water source makes the most economic sense.